Noticed your leg has a strap around it on your starting soon screen. Too weak to raise it yourself? SMH need to hit the gym more jock.
Wow.
Unix peak.
I don't need leg support. I'm fully able on my own. It was for decor. Why are you hating on me for being a woman who enjoys fine aesthetics on my... Wow.
Another month of being a extremely grateful viewer. You are amazing. Keep up the great work. Uyix heart. Urna.
Thank you for carrying on Joker's legacy, Hayes.
Yippee!
Thank you for 16 months. Thank you. I really like the pistol shrimp bit we did. That was wonderful. That was a lot of fun. I had no idea it was so rainbow colored. Woman? Yes? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Yes, I am a woman. And I'm sick, so don't be mean to me. Hi, Vic. Already getting flamed, bro? It's not my fault. I have done nothing wrong. I am innocent. I am currently handicapped due to COVID, and they're still being mean to me. I think that says way more about them than it does about me. Snicker, thank you for the prime. Thank you. Usami, hello. Good to see you in the new week. I am still sick. I didn't think it would go on for so long. And I'm really sorry. I grossly underestimated the amount of time I would be down for. I'm honestly very surprised. I think it's because I was vaccinated. But at the same time it's still COVID, and COVID's always wreaked havoc on me, so maybe it wasn't as severe, but it went out for a really long time. I'm shocked, and I'm really annoyed, and I'm really uncomfortable, but I already put it, kind of extended my delay for an extra day. I didn't want to delay it anymore, so we're gonna do our best today anyway. How'd your appointment thingy go? Let me tell you about that very shortly. I do want to talk about it. Thank you, Sami. Thank you, Hayes, for 16 months. Thank you, Guy151, for 16 months as well. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. And
This
Phoenix,
will
I
heal
hate you. My God. Hello, funny dear dude who said, "Can we have licks?" I'll kill you. Chat, get him! Get him, chat, get him! Get his ass! Get his ass! Right now! Kill him! Hi, Pansy. Welcome in. What kind of sandwich is shaking his ass in my chat, handing out dollar bills and making it rain? Bro probably owns the entire North American branch of Subway or something. How does a sandwich have that much money, Bro owns Quiznos. Bro is a subsidiary of Walmart Inc. I don't know what to say to that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be funny. Dex, I will kill you too.
Wow.
Hi Yui, hello
I like
everyone.
Quiznos. I haven't had it in
Unfortunately,
like
this is gonna be the last
8
time that I
years.
participate in these streams for a while.
No,
Life's
that's
gotten
all
busy and I
good,
have to focus on
honestly.
it more now. I'll miss you guys, Yui Wave, and
Thank
don't
you,
forget that
Sunbro.
even
Best
washing
of
balls can be
luck
loved,
with
Yui.
your work or your education, whichever it may be. I hope for you the best.
Woo, 5 months. Thank you for the
I don't know,
streams,
you've always
yo.
come off
You're a
like
great streamer and a strong one. I hope you get better soon,
you're
you stinky
probably in
fat bald
education, so
Canadian
best of
baby.
luck to you. I hope you get that dream career. Thank you so much for half a year, and I wish you the very best again. Hold on, you guys. I have to catch up.
Hi, Yui.
Sandwich,
I
thank
had
you
a
so
bad week
much.
until
I don't
now.
know what to say to
Okay,
that.
bye.
And your
No,
actual
but without
profile
kidding,
picture is a
I did have a
sandwich,
bad week,
too.
and even since before that,
Sandwich with
I
a
will have
fat
to do
ass.
something
I
about
get it.
it. But seeing you today is the peak of my day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chose, for 4 months. Thank you, Futate, for 7 months. Thank you, Chose, for your message as well. Zoro, thank you for 5 months. You stinky, fat, bald Canadian baby. Hey, at least you called me fat. There is some possibility in that message that I have fat cheeks if you're calling me fat overall. So I'll take it. Don't ellipses me. Do not ellipses me. You know what I get handed. I get handed crumbs in this chat. I will take whatever I can get. I am the homeless man in the alley, okay? If I smell... Don't ellipses me! If I smell any semblance of crumbs or morsels of a meal pointing to compliments about my face or my character, I will take it. Don't ellipses me. Saying that with a sniffle. Don't do this. Doc, first time chatter, please don't do this to me. Sandwich. I'm gonna distract. When I see your name, it reminds me of like one of those Korean cooking videos I used to binge on YouTube. And there was this one guy who made like a fried shrimp sandwich with extra thick slices of bread. And on the back slice of bread, he literally carved like fat ass cheeks into it. I saw your name and that was immediately what I thought of. It was a literal actual sandwich with carved out round golden cheeks. Why are you ellipsing? Come on. It's not bad. Hi, Nikki. Welcome in. Yenda, thank you for 5 months. Please don't ellipses. This is so passive aggressive. What? Come on. What's wrong with wishing my bread viewer fat cheeks for good health and fortune? You know how us Chinese people relish in like big fat like droopy earlobes? I'm taking that sentiment. You know how like big earlobes mean good luck, good fortune, good health and happiness. We're taking that and applying it to BBLs of all forms. Yippee!
Imagine being so flat you get outshined by bread.
I'm not being outshined by him. I'm complimenting him. Hi, Anio. Hello. Never heard of that stereobuffet before. Really? Maybe it's a Chinese thing. Like, when I was a baby, my mom literally pulled on my, like, earlobes. Like, would pull them down. Like, being like, grow longer, grow bigger, grow longer, grow bigger. She would also pull on the bridge of my nose. She would pull it up instead of down. Because apparently, like, having a high nose bridge is also symbolic of good luck. So she was also pulling, you know? It's real. I swear it's real. The nose thing is real. Thank you, Kirito. See, he gets it. we can tell it doesn't work. Well, we don't know if it doesn't work. It's just because my mom didn't pull on my ass cheeks when I was a baby. I'm so good at what I do.
Yippee!
Holy fuck, my
I'm
head still
so
feel
good
like
at
TV
this.
static. My head is contacting my mother shit.
I'm so good at streaming. I hope you feel better, Yoon. I'm sorry. I feel the same, but like in my upper airway. Anyway, I do want to properly thank Sandwich. I don't know what drove you to do that, and also this
What an
just
odd
now.
way to start
But
a
thank you
stream.
very, very much. I'm just shocked. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, and thank you so much for the 10 gifted. And thank you, Dux, for the 10 gifted too. I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm good. Thank you very much, Sandwich. I really appreciate it.
It's Q1
Thank you, thank you.
2025. You know what that means, chat.
Don't
It's
remind
time to do
me.
your Yax's
Don't
Helix
remind me.
cheer.
But what does that mean for you guys? For me, it's different because I'm in freelance technically, as like a VTuber, so I have to do my taxes now. But
Wow.
for you
I
guys
thought
in
I
the
wouldn't
US,
get
what
you
does
Nim
that
and Yuppie
Q1
today.
2025
Miss
mean for you?
Bully,
Anyway, thank you, Sandwich, again. Thank you very much. And thank you, Dux. I hate you. I'm literally keeping
Oh
my
yeah,
eye on your
Yaxes.
tier 3 sub
Thanks,
so that
sir.
I can gift it to you again the moment that you expire for the month.
Here are my Yaxes.
He said yaxes, not taxes. Don't try to gaslight me. I may be stupid. But I'm not that stupid. Stop. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I need to like mute when I'm coughing right now. I'm not well. Hi Tim, welcome in. Bro is high. Very. Look at that spelling.
Paying my Yaxes to the years.
Bro is either high or he's
Wow.
16 years old. Thank you so much. You don't.
So when are you going to send out our W2S?
A W2? A W, I think, I think, I think for me, that sounds wonderful too, and thank you for flexing your American citizenship on me. But unfortunately for me, I think the only form I have to fill out is a W/8 Ben because I am a foreign alien according to American tax forms. I am literally a foreign alien. I am an alien. I am a foreign entity. Thank you. I'm so sorry for all the sniffling. Aiden, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you. Sandwich, thank you for the other 5. I really appreciate it. No more. March, I'll kill you. Holy, I'll kill you too. Zerbo, I'll kill you the hardest. Thank you, Gabe, for the 5. Thank you.
I hope you
I
get
feel
better
bad.
soon.
You guys don't need to do that. I haven't streamed for literally 4 days. Invader. What do you mean? I'm the invader. I'm from Canada. How am I the invader? Especially given recent events. That was a joke. For legal reasons, that was satire. Okay, I meant nothing by that. It's funny. It's funny. Okay, it's a bit. It's a bit. It's a bit. It's a bit. Well, your PM did just resign. He's still the PM. Hi, Pisses. Thank you for 11. Sorry, I'm so sick. I can't even count numbers. Thank you for 17 months. How do I mistake 17 for the number 11? I need to go back to grade school. I have VTuber brain. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you again, Zerpo and Merch and Holy. Thank you guys. It is the COVID debuff. You know, I put it on Twitter already, but like my mom caught COVID over Christmas, right? And then by the New Year, I got it from her. And like now that we're a week into the New Year, she got better in the middle, and then she actually caught it from me again. She caught her own COVID for a second time. And this time, like the first time, her symptoms were really weird. And this time, her symptoms are more like mine. So, I'm no medical professional, but I totally believe that we're like brewing our own in-house variant of COVID-19. We should call that shit COVID-25. I should call that shit YOVID. Ooh. Infinite COVID loophole. Matt, you PC viewers are like too fucking intellectual for me. You know, I make a funny joke like YOVID, and then the immediate responses are just people repeating YOVID underscore 9 and making further puns out of the word YOVID. And then 8 seconds later, which is when I know the mobile delay comes in, you see people actually reacting with laughing emojis, as mobile viewers do. Those fucking PC viewers, they just have to like take their fast fucking 120 word per minute hands and they gotta type up something witty to try to out humor me, heckle the streamer. You know, you mobile viewers are so good and kind, you just laugh. I just have to wait in awkward silence for about 10 seconds, but then you laugh and I'm happy and I feel fulfilled. But no, PC viewers, they gotta one-up me at everything I do. Stop typing so fast. You guys type faster than I think. It's not funny, I'm not slow, okay? I am jealous of your typing speeds. And see? Chat's going by fast right now, and it's all words because it's all PC viewers typing with their little nerd fingers. No! Oh my god, Eugen, please. Please. Thank you for the ton. Thank you so much. You don't need to do that. We're sisters. You don't need to be doing that. Thank you so much. You work really hard. Like, Yeah, we are on opposite sides of the world,
Wow.
obviously. But I feel like whenever I'm going to bed, you're always like, "Sorry, you guys, I have to go to work, but it was nice chatting with all of you." Hmm. I feel bad. Don't spend that on me. Thank you very much. Thank you for the ton. And saying thank you very, very much. You viewers breaking out the good mechanical keyboards for stream. You guys should be ashamed. Actually. Alright. Yeah, so it's been 4 days. Let me tell you about how my ENT specialist appointment went on Monday. Also, Eganera, thank you very much. Thank you guys. So I go in there and the doctor himself is actually genuinely quite nice. And he's asking me a lot about my experience. And I was like, I've been like oddly dry coughing since 16. I've always had like occasional like neutral reflux, like couple hours after I eat, I will feel like something's coming up in my throat, but it's never hurt until my 20s. Oops, doxed. Fuck. Wow. I'm shit at this. I'm sorry. I mean, it's never bothered me until my 40s. God. God, take my mistake out of my desk. Disappointing all the hag lovers.
Wow.
Thank you, Void, for 2 months. Thank you very much. My immersion is ruined. I apologize. I'm sorry. As your streamer, I would never mean to do this. Yeah, I described that, I had, like, my entire story from, like, 16 up until, like, September when things all of a sudden got really bad, what I've been doing for it, all of the interventions I've been undergoing, um, the fact that, like, for a couple weeks scattered, like, my throat literally felt, like, swollen shut, and how I really thought it was caused by overuse of my throat at first, and I really wanted to, like, rule that out or at least see if it was a factor. And I gave him the story and, like, all of the things that I had surmised it could be, and he said it sounded pretty certainly like just reflux. And then he took out the probe, the camera, the endoscope, and he like put it down my nose and then my throat. It was honestly not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. It was honestly no big deal at all. And I think that's ironically because I've put so many tubes down so many people's throats at this point that I know how the process goes. I genuinely didn't think that having that experience, being on the operator side of like an NG tube would or like a thinner tube would be like of any use, but it actually was. So that was pretty cool. I felt really I'm the tube goat. So that was really neat. And it came out and suddenly his like entire demeanor changed and he said, "Well, you look
Wow.
fine." And
wave.
I was like, really? I was surprised because literally that morning, Monday, I had woken up like flat on my back because I had moved a lot on my pillow and I woke up with like a bad cough and I definitely felt like I had a bit of irritation in my throat overnight, and he said you look fine. Um and he said it definitely sounds like GERD and like it's good that your medication is working. I didn't see a speck on your vocal cords. And I was like, really? And he was like, no. I was like, no nodules, no nothing. I was so convinced that I was misusing my voice. And he was like, no, it seems like it's like all probably from your throat. And he was like, you getting sick, like with COVID, for example, and you like using your voice to the extreme and the stress from that could be aggravating factors, but it's probably really just the reflux. And so I felt conflicted because after that, he really was like, just, you're doing all the right things, keep controlling your diet. That's the most important thing. Try to cut down on spicy foods as much as possible. Acidic foods, things like caffeine and coffee. And like keep using that wedge pillow that you got, sleeping on it, stick to your medication. Be careful, do all like the throat protecting stuff you've been doing. It looks like it's been really effective for you. So is it okay if we call it here and you continue tackling this issue with your family physician? Bro is basically kicking me out. He was basically like, you have self-medicated over the last few months to the point where you have successfully maintained your acid reflux. You don't need my help. So I'm cutting off my communication with you here. You can go back to your family doctor. And I didn't want to make a fuss. I pushed once at the end and I was like, is there really nothing that I can do? I just feel scared because if I wake up with like a bad... If I wake up with bad positioning one night, it affects my ability to continue streaming for that entire week, like it did this week. And so much of what I do depends on this. I feel like my voice has like changed because of this, as well over the past few years. And it's just scary and like I don't want... Is there like really nothing that more that I can do? I kind of don't want to sleep on the wedge for the rest of my life. You know how awkward that is gonna be, like introducing to like, I don't know, hypothetically like a husband, like I know we're dating right now, but dude, I have to sleep above you, man. Like I have to sleep literally on a curve for the rest of my life. It just made me really sad. And he was like, there is genuinely not much that we can do for GERD except for maintenance. Like, there is genuinely nothing. And I was like, okay, well, if you say so, and you're the ENT giving me that closure, then
Yippee!
okay, then
As
I
long
just
as
have to
Yuppie
accept
doesn't
it.
mind, it's not like anyone else will ever be in your bed.
Yeah, you're right. Shut up! But like, I don't want to see all the ellipses in chat. You guys are so mean. What the fuck is this? Let's not get carried away. No one is going in your room, Yui. Let's not go that far. You don't have to worry about that. Who's dating what? Let's be
Dating, you mean the
realistic
voices
now,
in your
okay?
head?
What potential husband? You don't need to worry. Let me show you my yacht. Hi, Roxas. Welcome in. um. I am worried about the hypothetical snuggling. I'm allowed to be. But you know what? Maybe you guys are right. For the rest of my life, it's gonna be me, Rilakuma Bear, and Yuppie in a bed. Hi, Tabber. Hi, Lost. Welcome in, you guys. Sigh. Yeah, and like after that, I just left, and that was basically that. So the next step that I really have is to call back to my family doctor again when I need a
Let's
refill
be real, yo. If you
on
find
my.
someone, I'm sure a wedge pillow in the bed will be the least of their worries.
What's wrong with me in general? What is you are taking the issue away from my pillow and bringing the issue onto all of me. What does that mean, you motherfucker? That's so mean. Anyway, so I'm simultaneously trying to come to terms
Yippee!
with
Hello.
the
Click
fact
watcher
that I
here.
just have
I
to
think you're a
accept how
highly
things
entertaining
are.
streamer and a great person.
Hi,
Slash
Oler.
I'll
Welcome
send you my
in.
bank account
Thank
info
you
so
so
you can
much.
send me my pay. I wasn't supposed to put that here, was I?
Fucking first time chatter dug a hole and threw me right into it. I can't believe it. That is crazy work. That is foul. How dare you? Insane.
Wow.
Yeah, actually deserved. Thank you too. Thank you for gifting them a
Yippee!
sub.
Damn
Yeah?
yo, when did you hire? I mean find new chatters?
Lies
Yippee!
and
You
slander.
gotta put your paid
This is an
chatters through a training
organized
program and
attempt
maybe
at
sign an
defaming my
NDA.
character. I had no part in it. Thank you. Thank you, Mew. There is no in-house training program. There are no NDAs. I'm not smart enough for all that. Terrible. Man. But yeah, I am coming to terms with the fact that my special,
Yippee!
like,
Hey
literally,
you, when's
my
Mr_9 going to pay us for last year's overtime?
dad wouldn't pay you for shit. If you think my dad would just pay any of you willy-nilly, you have never met a first-generation immigrant Asian parent. Bro will drive to the US Costco just to save $2 on milk. I wish I was kidding.
Wow.
Thank you for providing me with a sub every
Hi,
month, yo.
Kami.
I love
Hello.
being one of the many locked into this chat.
I I'm not paying for subs. I'm not paying for subs. You know, Twitch could actually take away my partner plus for this. Stop slandering my character. We do not have prepaid subs here. The only person we have that's a prepaid sub here is Dux. And that's out of spite. He's a special case. It's different. Everyone else is voluntarily here. Okay? Don't laugh. I'm using that in court. Come on. Don't do this to me. I am vulnerable. Dux, stop it. Do you know? Thank you. But do you know how that makes me look? That literally makes me look like I'm paying you. Like, why would you do that right after? I had to vocally defend my stance on you. I'm here out of pity. Thanks, McRib. I love you, by the way. You're delicious. But no, that's not true. Thank you for the 5. Why would you do that to me? Aiden, thank you. Delicious? It's a McRib! McRibs are great. They're incredible. Back to the meat of it. Basically, I was a little bit sad. Honestly, I think I was holding on to the thread of hope that maybe there would be some procedure or intervention available that would, like, be a miracle cure and take my reflux issue away. Like, if I had somehow been a candidate for, like, a laparoscopic surgery, I would have totally gone through with it just because it's not really how I want to live the rest of my life. Like, if I'm really thinking about it, if I ever want to travel anywhere, I have to be aware about what kind of pillows they supply, or else I'm gonna have a really hard time. And that's just no fun. But as it stands, there is nothing that apparently I'm eligible for, and I'm still kind of coming to terms with the fact that I kind of did it to myself because I self-medicated too hard and solved too many of my problems to the point where the public healthcare system will not offer me anything further. I hope I didn't make a mistake in doing that. So I don't know. I don't really know if I did the right thing. We'll see. I think the fact that I am legally in my 20s
Yippee!
and that presents on paper does not help my case because I think a good number of the people who really struggle with GERD are older. I don't know. 42. 42.
Sounds very similar to a situation I had last year where I was clearing my throat constantly for 12 months straight, where it felt like a lump, and
Yeah,
finally went
I
to the
have that.
ENT, where he
It's
took
gotten a
5
lot
minutes to look
better
and
for
said,
me,
"Ma, you're good.
ironically,
You developed a
because
tick, lol."
no way. That's insane. Was it actually a tick in hindsight, Snail? I'm so curious about that.
Yippee!
Since you're legally in your 20s, does that mean you're illegally 42?
Yes. It means I'm actually 42. But I lied about my age when I left my home country, so that I could pursue education from the ground up and for free once I arrived in Canada. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I was not a 20-year-old in kindergarten. That makes no sense now that I've said it. But yeah. I have to, like, cope with the fact that I genuinely just have a disease. I have a disease, and it is a lifelong illness, and I will just have to deal with it. And that, to me, I don't know why it's so hard, because, like, yes, I have asthma, but to be honest, I don't think my asthma has ever been, sorry, has ever been as, you know, effective as this. So that really stinks. I think that's something that, unfortunately, a lot of us will have to come to terms with. If not now, then down the line, but I suppose I was hoping that for me it would be something that I would have to deal with later down the line. Like, well, we're all gonna have things that we'll have to manage for the rest of our lives by the time that we're all in our 40s.
Yippee!
Hopefully later, right? But like, I'm pretty young. I'm too cute to be chronically ill. I'm too hot to have GERD. I'm too. Oh. Hi, Skilly. Welcome in.
Yippee!
It may not be the ideal outcome, but you can be proud of doing what you can to see the specialist and advocating for yourself. Learning more about yourself.
It
can
was
be scary,
a relief
but you did it anyway,
simultaneously,
you
like,
bounced
learning
lovers.
that it could be managed. But the thing is, I'm having to do a lot to manage it. And it's just not really what I want to do, but it's perhaps what I have to do, and I just have to, at this point, I have to accept that. But I'm really glad that it actually wasn't my vocal cords at all, according to the doc. Like, according to him, my vocal folds are
Yippee!
shiny,
My ass
pink,
is too
soft.
fat to
There
be
is not a
diabetic,
scratch
so
on
I
them.
get you.
So, ironically, I'm not actually overusing my voice. My voice is actually quite strong. I just can't speak so much that it generally causes me physical stress and leads to a GERD flare up. But you know, that's simultaneously so annoying because it's so annoying because, like, it's another bodily system holding me back from just yapping forever. And I'm gonna be eating Tums and bringing Tums with me wherever I go for the rest of my life too. And I'll have to, like, watch my, like, calcium and, like, vitamin and magnesium absorption because antacids really affect that kind of thing. And it's just, no. Man, it really do be like that. I just have to accept the fact that I can be cute and have a disease too. I'll pretty much
New
have to
stream segment here,
continue
just being silent. She can
being
work on her
careful
typing skills.
forever.
Bones.
If I ever decide to do marathon streams down the line, which I do believe I'm capable of still, I just have to really control them and be careful. Same with anything even close to a subathon in the future. It's just annoying, having to have that lifestyle that I never thought would be me. Hi Ryan, welcome in. And hi Blith, thank you.
Yippee!
Given I dug you a hole and threw you in, I'll give you the last bit of the bits I bought to make the joke.
Thank you, Oler. I'll remember you. Thank you. On the bright side though, like, I definitely think all of the interventions I've kind of put in place the last few
Yippee!
months
Sorry I
have
didn't catch anything you said in the last
actually
30
been
minutes.
working.
Could you re-explain in
And
Gen Alpha terms?
no, thank you. They've been working. In all honesty, I can tell that if it wasn't for the fact that I'm in the middle of this like long-term recovery right now, I think my voice is
Yippee!
actually the
Let's get her
best
one of those
that it's
talking
been.
chairs Stephen Hawking
Like,
had.
our recent like karaoke streams have definitely been the best that I think I've ever been able to sing, which is really
Yippee!
interesting.
Just take care of yourself and work-life balance. There will be more health issues coming when you get older.
Right? That's something else I have to come to terms with too. Like, I am probably sicker than my peers right now, and I will continue to be sicker than my peers as we all age together. And that kind of sucks, but I just have to accept it and be okay with it. And that's simply how it is. So, that's it. That's it. That is my prospective journey with GERD for the rest of my life. I'll just have to do my best to maintain for as long as I can. Control my consumption of Hot Pockets. Yeah. Thank you for listening to that. Yeah, I finally found my life partner and it's my GERD.
Yippee!
Speaking of
You
which,
existed and God said let there be GERD you yix sag.
thank you, Jay. You know what, Kurai? I actually have I have gallbladder issues too. I've had them since I was a kid, and I feel you on like having to control like fatty food intake. Um, I think I'm a bit luckier because I genuinely can't stomach oily foods at this point. I think my body just has like a real aversion to like really greasy foods, but it's still something that I have to be conscious of. Yeah, and I have to be like careful in the future as well when I have little recurring episodes like this of like a common cold or COVID or the flu. I have to really keep up with my vaccinations because when I get normal sick, that can flare up my GERD as well, according to my doctor, and he's right. Like every inpatient individual I've treated has been on a shit ton of antacids for the most part, because if they have GERD and they fall down with a serious illness completely unrelated to GERD, that GERD will flare up. So I have to accept, you know, those patients I've been giving pantoprazole to for years, that's gonna be me too. And it sucks. You know, and all of the extra tablets of Panto and like esomeprazole that we were literally throwing away in like multiple packets daily when I was working at the hospital, I have to pay $40 a month now for I should have pocketed those.
Yeah.
My God,
Tom
man.
Strawberry
I,
Flavor found
I
Mum
feel so
Unix
sad
Bounce
about it.
Brothers.
Literally, actually, it's I believe it's $40 for 60 tablets, so it's a 2-month supply, so it's $20 per month. So it's really not that bad. But in hindsight, I threw so much pantoprazole away because like patients would refuse it, saying like I'm not eating much anyway because I'm sick. I don't need an antacid, which is totally valid. Sorry, I should say PPI if I want to be accurate, but we just threw that shit away en masse. And now I'm paying for it. I should have just stolen that shit from the hospital. Yeah, that was a joke. That was a joke. No, there is a very fundamental reason none of us take anything from the hospitals, and it's just because, like, I think anyone who works in a hospital has a fundamental aversion to anything that touches the air inside of a hospital. I don't want any of that shit, clothing included and my hair included, coming home with me. I go home and I jump in the shower immediately. Like, hospital air is cursed. Oh man. It's so contaminated, and especially if you're in like an older hospital for any reason, you can basically rest assured their ventilation systems are old. They are not updated. They are not well, and they're probably not well maintained either, depending on how wealthy the area you are in is. Also, just the smell is enough to make you like psychologically averse. But that's it. I just have GERD. Whatever. If you go to a hospital, just wear a mask. Masks work. They filter out the actual microbes by a really good margin. And they also mask out the smell genuinely. Like just regular 3-layer surgical masks. Wear those. They work for you to protect you, so wear them. Considering shit like MRSA, MSRA is contact spread. So you don't have to really, like, it's not even droplet precautions for the most part, so it definitely doesn't spread through the air. MRSA is like touch based. So just make sure that you don't go into those environments and you should be good.
Yippee!
I do HVAC in hospitals, small and large. They're dirty.
Oh God!
Very dirty.
Oh, I would rather work like janitorial at a hospital than do like ventilation maintenance in a hospital. Genuinely, I would literally rather throw away garbage en masse, like including biohazardous containers, than look into any of the vents, because a lot of the biohazardous shit actually comes from very sterile environments like the ORs. And I've actually done it, so I don't mind it. But like the vents, you're doing God's work. I appreciate you so much, Slapple. Thank you. Out of sight, out of mind. Can we get a W for Slapple? That is insane work. You're amazing for that, genuinely. That's like, you do like so much unseen work that keeps everyone's healthcare experience going, and like you don't get thrown any appreciation for it. The shout out is crazy. a coward when it comes to anything air filtration
Wow.
related, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I have asthma. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you, Anon, for gifting a sub to Yosko Yacht Yog. Why would you do that to me? Why would you make me read that out loud? Like, actually, why would you do that to me? That's obscene. Also, what else? Let's address the kind of elephant in the room, which is my tweet yesterday. I have actually, like, inadvertently solved Yuppie's separation anxiety. During the nights,
Yippee!
anyway.
The one thing I can say is that hospitals have strict air turnover rates and most keep their filters changed, so you get lots of clean outside air.
I'm
Also,
happy to
thank
hear
you for
that.
the
I feel
shout-out.
really
I like
reassured.
my job.
I'm glad. I'm so happy you do like your job. Thank you. It would absolutely suck to work a job like that and not enjoy it, so it's amazing that you do. Please note, we are going over it anyway. So, Yuppie has previously slept with me in my bed, right? And that was manageable up until she got to 5 pounds. And she's kind of nearing that really active, like, preteen phase. She's just too unruly and too destructive right now to be allowed on my very clean bed. So I have moved her off, and she still has separation anxiety, but I managed to taper it a bit in the beginning by, like I told you guys, I slept on the bed. I slept on the bed and then the floor and then alternated for a few days until she grew more accustomed with the idea of me moving back into my bed halfway through the night. So she's okay, but she still gets quite anxious. And when she was much younger, I had tried and failed to give her my, like, previously worn t-shirts and putting them in her crate and allowing her to sleep with those in the hopes that the scent would make her more comfortable. It did not work at all. So I kind of gave up on the idea pretty early. But then, this week, because I've had COVID and I was a bit behind on my laundry, I forgot to take my laundry basket back into my bedroom. And so I let my, like, just the day's clothes pile up on my reclining chair for the night. And she crawled her way onto it and stole not one, but both my socks and took them with her to her crate. And she loves my socks. I really thought it was over after I tried my t-shirts, but apparently they did not smell enough, and I don't know what that says about my feet. What does it say about the smell of my socks that she prefers them to my t-shirts, which I wear for the same amount of time and she doesn't care for at all? She has so many stuffed animals. She also has a snuggle puppy, with, like, a heartbeat and a warmer inside. It doesn't work. She doesn't care for it at all. Uh, she snatched them and I was like, hey, give them back. Like, they're dirty. I don't want you to
Socks at booth
subject
times
yourself
two.
to my socks. And she would literally run with them in her mouth and, like, hide in unreachable places, like the bottom of my bed, until I left her alone. So I let her have it. And she was the most quiet she had ever been that whole night. So, after that, during the day, I got my laundry basket back and I loaded those clothes back into the laundry basket. And that day, she hopped into my laundry basket a total of 5 times. I had to run back to my bedroom as I was working on my PC, like, because I heard her screaming, and it was because she had gotten stuck in the laundry basket once again. She jumps into it, but then she doesn't have the leverage to jump out, so she's just stuck. So we dealt with that, and the next day, she she's such a fast learner, the little shit. She has now learned how to jump in the basket, knock it over so that she can come out with all of my dirty clothes. So this morning, for example, I woke up to a completely toppled laundry bin and all of my week's clothes scattered all across the floor of my room. I had a sock by my nightstand. I had multiple pairs of like underwear, like by the outlets on the floor, by her pee pad, which is gross. All over my hoodies, my t-shirts, my pants, just strewn. And she got so like busy with it overnight. You can tell like she had so much fun wreaking havoc in my room while I was asleep. Hi Kodak. Hi Tempest. Welcome in. She's just helping me. And the terrible thing about her and all dogs is that they know, like instinctually, whenever something they have in their mouth is something that you don't want them to be having, because you approach them and they will just flee with it. She loves my underwear. I'm not saying this to be gross. I just don't know what to do. She has evolved. Like it's quite clear to me that her like love of my socks is now second on the list. And she like when I'm up and I'm mad at her and I'm collecting all of my dirty clothes off the floor into my arms, the only thing she like safeguards with total effort are like a pair of panties. And I don't know what to do. Because we can't keep this up.
Yui, what have you been teaching Yuppie?
I don't know. I don't know. Hi, Donna. Because you know what? Socks as like funny, like hee hee ha ha VTuber feet, like as those jokes go, it still makes the most sense to me, and I get it. Even though I feel like it's gross, because when a small dog spends her time at your feet all day, I think she gets more used to the smell of my feet over the smell of like my torso or my face, you know? But my underwear makes no sense. Why my underwear?
Yippee!
Like
Maybe don't
she is
mention
not
this new
really a lap
development on
dog.
Twitter.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. But it's working, but like I feel really gross about it, and I have to wash that afterwards. And I have to put all my trust into my washing machine to make sure that it's not gonna like seriously contaminate my intimates, you know? Anyway, that's the laundry story. I have to figure out what to do from here. I have to literally start
Wow.
Why
storing
are we still here
my
just to
laundry
suffer
basket
walk?
outside of my room to make
Yippee!
sure that she
A lot
doesn't
of
get to it
dogs to
overnight.
sniff people's
And maybe I'll
crotches
like
for
give her
some
a sock in
reason.
the evenings until she grows up a bit more. But I am not giving her my underwear. They do, Mew. I have to hope that it's simply an instinctual dog thing and it's not something that's like wrong with my ecosystem, if you know what that means. Hi, Skywalker. Thank you for 7 months. Thank you. I'm sorry if it's weird. It's not weird to me because it's the same kind of shit I would like talk with girl nurses. It's just like, yeah, my puppy likes my panties. I'm trying to wean her off of it by giving her my
Yippee!
socks
Are you
instead,
actively
and then
raising a
I'm
deacon
hoping
or
to wean her
something?
off of the
Because
socks
this
as well.
sounds like you're
We'll do
raising
it
a
over
deacon.
time. It's just simply what's happening right now, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not. I'm not. Dogs will literally, I, if, truly, like, I make the joke, but I don't think it says anything about me because dogs literally eat shit and they think it's yummy. Like, I don't think it's all that. I think it's just a dog thing and I'm working on it. They like smelly things. It's not that weird. Where are you going with this exactly? I mean that I don't smell that bad. They are just attracted to anything that has a scent, good or bad. Speaking of disciplining dogs, I have a crazy story from literally this afternoon. Uh, I took Yuppie out for a walk, like literally on the driveway and on the immediate small street outside of my house, right? And we're making our progress down the street a little bit. And all of a sudden, this giant Bichon Frise literally jumps on Yuppie, and because for a Bichon, he is huge, and that's the only reason I'm assuming he's a boy because he is genuinely the largest Bichon I have ever seen. I did not know Bichons could get that big. Uh, he jumped on Yuppie. He was so excited. Um, and I had to be careful, even though like Yuppie was trying to respond favorably, but he was literally rolling all over her and like forcing her down. All in good fun. He was just really excited. I had to pick her up though because she was just so small. And I could tell even she was a little bit nervous. But he came out of nowhere. He had a collar. He was gorgeous. He had an incredibly maintained coat. I could tell he wasn't a lost dog. I was just so confused. And I was looking around for minutes, and he was just pouncing on me, getting like mud literally all over my coat and my pants, like jumping up like 2 feet at a time to like touch noses with Yuppie and me. He was so cute, and we started making our way back to my house. I was worried that he somehow was a lost dog, so I wanted to make sure that I could like hold on to him until someone came by. And then just as we're inching into my driveway, the biggest like SUV I've ever seen pulls up by across from my house. This flustered looking lady like comes out in full PJs, like literal Uggs and pajama pants. Her hair is still done up the way that like she does it in bed. And she was like, "Oh my god, thank god you guys are here." He jumped out of the car. And I was like, "Holy shit." He jumped out of their car as they were driving. I think he smelled my dog, was probably what it was, and he got so excited. He jumped out the open window and outran the car and pounced on us. It was wild. And like we were just talking in Chinese, and we were really friendly with each other, and then suddenly we realized that he was still like pouncing on us, and then she tried to like catch him, and he wouldn't let her, so we both started chasing after him in my yard. Like both of us, just two like random Chinese women, like one with a small dog, in tow, both chasing a giant 2-year-old Bichon Frise
Yuppie rating
around my
levels are off the
property.
charts.
And she managed to, it literally felt like a cartoon chase scene. We both like mutually realized because we started just yapping to each other. And we were having fun, and then we realized that her dog was still on leash. We both looked at him and just started running. Like, come here, we're not playing, come here. And then he starts running. You know, we ran a few circles unironically, and then she caught him. And she started asking, like, "Oh, you guys live here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "I just live down the street. I'm like on my way to pick up my daughter from school." And he just jumped out the flipping window. It was really cute. Like, he messed up my whole outfit. I'm not even mad. I take it as a trophy. It was genuinely the best interaction I've had this week.
Yippee!
The
Fun
funniest
fact,
thing
my
was,
ex-roommate's put Mastiff mix jumped out of the car at 40 miles per hour to
yeah,
chase a
yeah,
squirrel.
it's amazing
He's
that like
alright
bigger
though, a
dogs
bit
can do that
stupid,
and
but
not be hurt.
alright.
They flip out of cars casually. uh yeah, and she told me that her dog was 2 years old, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, holy moly, I really hope Yuppie isn't still like that at 2 years old. I don't know how I would handle it. But yeah, she was really nice, and we added each other on WeChat. We both found it really funny that we were literally both wearing like Nike sweats and a coat from Aritzia. We were literally wearing like matching brand outfits. Only in my area would you just have this like quintessential like Asian Canadian appearance. It's just so stereotypical, and we all do it. We had like a good laugh at that. And yeah, I made friends with the neighbors, so that was pretty cool. Her dog was so cute. That boy had the biggest, like, roundest eyes, like, behavioral wise, terrible, but so cute. Like, you can tell he's so clearly loved. But you know, the funny thing is, for the most part, like, I would not ever be able to catch, like, one of, like, my more westernized neighbors' dogs acting like that. It's such a, like, Asian thing to treat your dog as literally a child and spoil the shit out of them and not discipline them for anything like that. And to also not feel like you're particularly ashamed or like embarrassed to have your dog run out the window onto somebody else who you don't know. I I swear to God, it's the only thing that you can it's the kind of thing that you can only find here, that kind of interaction where like both of us were just like, he's really cute. We don't care. Like if my dog had done that like to a white woman, holy shit, I would have been so scared. She would have lambasted me. I would have gotten a scolding. She might have called the cops on me. but, but with us, as long as nobody gets hurt, it's just like, kids, what are you gonna do? there are such differences in like culturally in the way that we raise our dogs. I genuinely, as cute as I think it is, I still have to like, reflect and acknowledge that I don't think our way of doing it is necessarily better. I think we should raise our dogs with more discipline. But at the same time, it's just nice to have an interaction like that once in a while. And my Asian mom raised my dog like a human, and my white dad raised him like a dog. That's what I'm saying. Like, the kind of like crate training and the crate confinement that a lot of Western trainers will encourage us to do with our puppies is so different from the way that like typically like dog owners on like Douyin, like Red, 小红书, and like WeChat will do it. Like they will actually have their puppies in their bedroom with them on a bed, basically like free roam in the house as much as possible, a playpen instead of a crate. It's very interesting. It's really fascinating how different it is. My Asian relatives all cook meals for their doggos. My dad gets gets pouty at me if I don't let him give Yuppie enough like fresh treats during the day. I'm raising my Yuppie on kibble because I'm gonna be honest, I don't have the time or money to be cooking a dog fresh cooked meals. I'm fully with the West on that one. I love kibble. But like we will give Yuppie like fresh carrots, fresh apples raw, like peas occasionally, things like that. And I get the final say on how much Yuppie gets for the day, because if she has diarrhea from having too much fresh food, I have to clean it up, right? And my dad gets all pouty if I don't let him feed her as many apples as he wants. So I completely know how it feels. My mom has also totally taken to being Yuppie's babysitter during the day and during the evenings when I'm streaming. She looks forward to it so much, and they all just hold that dog like she is a literal grandchild. They love her so much. It's such an Asian thing to do.
Yippee!
All dads refuse to want a dog, but if you get one, they legit get so defensive.
Yeah,
and spoil
my
with
dad
it.
has never been so defensive. He wants to spoil her so bad. And my mom especially too, because my dad at least openly likes dogs. My mom like actively disliked dogs. Um before we got one. Because, like, dogs are smelly, they're messier than cats. I think she actually liked cats more. But no, Yuppie is her grandbaby now. She loves her so much. She will happily, she will happily clean up her pee accident off of her office floor just so that she has an excuse afterwards to come out and pretend to scold my puppy. It's the funniest thing ever. like, I will bring her down in the afternoon at about 4 p.m. and she'll be like, "Oh, you're working today? Oh, that means we get to spend time together." You know, in the past, what my mom was like, if I went to go and say hi to her before I started a stream for the evening, she'd be like, "Aw, you're working today? When are you gonna have dinner with us again?" And now it's, "Oh, you're working today. Let's go." I've been replaced. I have been replaced. I have been traded for another. You know what else is so hilarious? The other night, I think it was Monday evening as well. My dad was holding Yuppie after dinner while we were all kind of hanging out together in the living room, and he was saying things to my dog like she was a literal child. He was like, "You are so cute, but you're so rowdy. How are we ever going to find you, a boy dog to marry you off to? You are so cute, but your forehead is so big and so high, and your behavior is so weird. You're less like a dog and more like a monkey. How are we ever gonna marry you off? You cause us so much worry." And the entire time I'm looking at this man, flat-faced, despair in my eyes, and I'm like, "You're looking at her, you're talking to her, but I know you're talking to me, motherfucker. Like, I know what's up. I'm not playing with you. Are you serious? I know you're talking about me. You're fully replacing me and then still complaining about me? You're replacing me and you're still complaining about me?" And he looks at me, and he looks at her, and he just keeps going. He doesn't stop. He just keeps going. He keeps like rubbing her head and being like, "Oh, look at that forehead. That forehead's so big, just like your mama. Oh, look at that. Oh, you're so cute, but you need like a couple stitches there. Forehead so big, forehead so big." And what do I say? Genuinely, what do I say? I experienced so much abuse in my household. Even when I've given the family something so good, I'm still catching strays. Anyway. Alright. Sending the message to me through my dog is crazy. I completely agree. I had no words. God. Okay. I need to pee really bad. Thank you for listening to me yap. It was really nice to catch up on all the yapping today after 4 days of no stream. You know, my visualization of me after 4 days no stream is like me as the shriveled up grandma on the wheelchair in SpongeBob. That's what I feel like I am after 4 days no stream. So, I will be right back, and then we will carry on, and we can talk about what game we'll do today. Yeah? Okay, I'll be right back. Be good. Rah!